Welcome to Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm your host, Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han. We've got an awesome show for you guys today because it is time to answer some of your questions. You guys send me in such awesome questions on my Instagram and my Twitter, so I want to just jump right into today's Laker Mailbag episode. But before we do, make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down below. Come and join this Lakers Report family, and while you're at it, go ahead and give me a follow on my Instagram and my Twitter. That way you can be able to participate in the next Q&A. We do these mailbag shows weekly here on Lakers Report, and I want to make sure that you are able to ask the questions. So hit that subscribe button and follow me on my social media handles. But without further ado, let's get into these questions and see what you guys want to know about our purple and gold. Okay, let's get into this first question, starting off with a fun question. We have one from @AND87862088. Who are your top 5 Lakers of all time? Wow, this is an awesome question. Obviously, it's a challenging question because the Lakers franchise has had some really amazing, talented players, mainly a lot of Hall of Fame players. So that's a hard one to answer. But for me personally, I've got to go with Kobe Bryant, number 1. You guys know Kobe Bryant, my hero, my entire life. Then I gotta go with Elgin Baylor. If you know me, you know I am a huge Elgin Baylor fan. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then I'm gonna throw in Shaq. So those are my top 5, but of course there could be so many other players I could include in there. So I'm curious, who are your top 5 Laker players of all time? Do you agree with mine, or do you have a few others? Let me know down in the comments below, because obviously there are so many different players that can be included in this list. So let me know down below who your top 5 Laker players are of all time. Okay, moving on to the next question we have from Me Lopez 22DPM. If you could make the perfect roster for AD and LeBron, what would that look like? So I think that we can all agree the perfect roster for LeBron and AD is to really just surround them with shooters, because we know LeBron and AD are two guys who like to get and do their work in the paint, kind of clog the lane. We want to be able to have shooters and guys surrounding them that they could be able to kind of throw it in the corner and knock down that 3-point shot. So I really liked the Lakers starting 5 in the roster that we had with them, but I do think that we could have had 1 or 2 more shooters in there. I think that would have definitely just taken our team, you know, to the next level. Even though we were really kind of the number 1 team, the team to beat, I think we had 1 more kind of knockdown 3-point shooter, that kind of 3-and-D player, we really would have just been completely ahead of any other team. So I know this isn't really realistic, so we couldn't really do it, but the ideal situation for me would personally be adding a guy like Klay Thompson, that 3-and-D player, that kind of clutch 3-point shooter that we can kind of just throw it to the corner and of course have him knock down the 3-point shot. So in my opinion, if I could just, you know, wave my magic wand and make the Lakers starting 5, my starting 5, again, this is not practical, couldn't really happen right now, you guys. We can't go out and get Klay Thompson right now. But like I said, I like the starting 5 that we had, but adding in another shooter. So my ideal starting 5 would be having LeBron James. We would have Anthony Davis at center. We'd be playing more small ball. We would have Avery Bradley in there. Again, I thought Avery Bradley did an amazing job this season on both ends. He was really picking it up offensively, but of course he really shined defensively. Having Danny Green in there, of course, another great 3-and-D guy, and then adding Klay Thompson. I think that would be an awesome starting 5. So that would be my ideal if I could just wave my magic wand and have any kind of starting 5 and any other players surrounding AD and LeBron. That's who it would be. All right, now before we move on to some more of your questions, I will let you guys in on an awesome deal that we are having right now with one of our sponsors, Fanatics. So right now we have this awesome Nike Laker t-shirt that I actually just ordered right when I saw this was the ad read, because this is such a great price, you guys. We are offering it for 25% off. You can get it for only $26 here. That's a great deal. So if you want to be like me, twin with me, or you just want to rock all things purple and gold and get ready to have all of your Lakers gear when the NBA season does return, because I have a feeling it's going to return very soon, then all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/LakersGray. You'll get 25% off this Nike t-shirt. So awesome t-shirt, you guys. Definitely make sure that you check it out. Again, just go to chatsports.com/LakersGray. 25% off. Definitely don't make sure that you miss out on this awesome opportunity. Now moving on, and let's see what else you guys want to know about our purple and golds. Next question from Orlando Moore. Do you feel like Zach LaVine would bring a title to LA? He's pretty cheap, and I believe Danny Green and Kuz could get the job done. So actually, it would need to be more than just Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma if we were to trade for Zach LaVine. Obviously, Zach LaVine would be an awesome fit for this team. He's a great shooter. He would really be a great, perfect fit, honestly. But I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, we would have to trade more than just Danny Green and Kuz. We would have to match salaries. And Zach LaVine makes about $20 million per year. Danny Green makes about, I think, 15, 16 million. Kuz, you know, very, very small amount. So we would have to add in another player or two, and I don't think that's really a realistic situation for us. But of course, we can dream because Zach LaVine would be an awesome fit for this team, but I just don't think the Lakers are going to be able to make that trade. I just think it would cost them too much, personally. William Bruce wants to know, if they re-sign Boogie, what will that mean for Howard and McGee? So I think in terms of this summer, and when you look at JaVale, Howard, McGee, Boogie, who we kind of end up re-signing, we're going to probably have JaVale McGee, and then it's going to come down to either DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, or Dwight Howard. Now, before I say my answer, I'm curious who you would rather have between Boogie or Dwight Howard. So let me know real quick down in the comments. But for me personally, I would prefer Dwight Howard. I just really liked what I saw from him this season. I thought he was honestly the perfect team player. Honestly, just couldn't have gone better in my opinion. And it's really frustrating because I believed he would have just had an even bigger role once we made the playoffs. But Dwight really played well for us. He brought in a ton of energy off the bench. He really accepted his role. Everyone loved him. So obviously DeMarcus Cousins has been dealing with health issues for the last couple of years. So I do think that the Lakers, even though they did waive him, they are going to, of course, give him a chance this summer. He is reportedly still going to be working out of the training facility, and they are going to be taking another look at him and probably will potentially re-sign him if he is healthy and proves himself to them. But when it comes down to between Boogie and Howard for me, I'm just going to go with Dwight Howard here. But I'm not necessarily sure at the end of the day they're going to be able to afford him because Howard did play so well for us this season. He maybe end up getting a bigger contract from another team. But if I had my choice between DeMarcus Cousins or Dwight Howard, I would be going with Dwight Howard, which is pretty crazy. Never thought I would say I want Dwight Howard on the Lakers, but that's honestly just what it comes down to. He really did play very well for us, you guys. But let me know down in the comments below who you would rather have between DeMarcus Cousins or Dwight Howard. Marcus Robinson wants to know, if the Lakers get Kevin Love or Tristan Thompson, who will they trade for them, or will the Lakers get Chris Paul? So really quickly, just to kind of get this one out of the way, Chris Paul to the Lakers, I do not think is going to happen. You guys, his contract is crazy expensive, so I don't think the Lakers are looking to make that trade at all. I don't really think any team really is, and I don't think OKC is really looking to trade him anymore. They actually had a much better season than they were originally projected to, and a majority of that is due to Chris Paul, but definitely do not see a CP3 becoming a Laker anytime soon. And in terms of Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson, I kind of feel the exact same way. I mean, both of those guys have pretty big contracts. Now, Tristan Thompson will be a free agent, so we wouldn't necessarily have to trade for him. So I guess if I had to pick between Kevin Love or Tristan Thompson, I personally would go for Tristan Thompson just because we don't have to trade for him, and I would rather just be able to add in free agents than go and make trades because I like our roster that we have right now and I don't want to make too many additions to it or too many changes. I don't think we need to. We had the best Western Conference record and we're about to have just the best record in the entire NBA. Now, when you look at Kevin Love, he's making a ton of money, so the Lakers would have to match that salary, which would be very difficult. Anything that we would have to do in order for a trade package for that would have to involve Danny Green. Any team would want to most likely also have Kyle Kuzma. Then we would also have to throw in another player or two, like Avery Bradley, JaVale McGee, maybe even KCP if he allows it. So I don't think the Lakers are going to be looking to do that and really be making a trade that involves 3 or 4 of their players. So don't think any of this is really possible, but if it were between Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson, I'm going to go with Tristan Thompson. Again, he is going to be a free agent though, so the Lakers would not have to trade for him. But let me know who you would prefer to be on the Lakers between Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson. Obviously, both of those players both played with LeBron James, so they have experience playing with him. They're both kind of friendly with him, so it could be a possibility, but I just don't think it's very likely. But I do want to know who you guys would prefer to be on the Lakers if we had to pick between one of those 2 players. Alrighty, and then let's answer one more final question. So this one is from Adrian Rundane. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. He wants to know, can we trade Danny Green and Caruso for Wes Matthews and Eric Bledsoe? that would be an awesome trade for the Lakers if we could get Wesley Matthews and Eric Bledsoe, but I don't see why the Milwaukee Bucks would want to trade those two players, because I just don't see the Milwaukee Bucks really making any trade or really doing anything to adjust their team. They have the best record in the entire league, so I don't see why they would do that. Again, you know, it would be a great trade for us. We would get Wes Matthews and Eric Bledsoe. They would get Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma, which I don't necessarily want to do. I don't want to trade those two players, but if it meant getting, you know, Wes Matthews and Eric Bledsoe, I think those are two guys that could really help the Lakers out and fit very well with this team. But again, I would not get my hopes up for this trade because I just don't see in a million, trillion, billion years why the Bucks would want to do that and why they would want to just make any adjustment to their team, because I don't really think they need to. So I don't see that trade happening at all. But if it were to happen, I would definitely welcome it with open arms, because I think it would definitely help the Lakers, but just don't see it happening, unfortunately. But that is going to be it for today's mailbag Q&A episode. Thank you guys so much for sending in such awesome questions as always. Truly, I love doing these Q&As because you guys always send in such great questions. I know it is getting a little bit hard that we are still no longer with basketball right now. Basketball is still not returned, but I am keeping my fingers crossed that hopefully this month or next month that will all change and we will be able to watch our Los Angeles Lakers hopefully contend for a championship. We really need it, guys. 2020 has been off to a pretty rough start, so we need our Lakers to win that championship for us when basketball returns, which I'm still believing it will. So thank you guys again for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a double thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe here on Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. Until next time, Laker Hannah is out. Bye, guys.